Okay, so should we start off with the questions?
Griffen said, sure.
Okay.
Whatever you want, Mom, because you're number one.
I love you, Griff.
He said, I love you, Mom.
Miss you something fierce. Okay. Okay. Shara, 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 McCullers, McCullers, Green, McCullers Green asks, hi Marshawn, I would love to know what my brother is, if my brother is happy and okay, how he passed. Jeremy Shane McCullers. McCullers is his name, but he goes by Shane. Shane McCullers.
Aw, Shane and Shara.
Isn't that cute?
Like, that's cute, yeah. You're being made fun of. It could just be Sara and the H is silent. Whatever.
Right. Oh, but, yeah, it might be Sara and the H is silent. I don't know. Either way, it's cute.
It's so cute. Good job, Mom, and naming your kids.
Right?
The brother is here and well. When I start to question him about how he's passed, he describes his passing as like I think we've talked about it before, lights on, kind of a lights off experience. He's not talking to me about having any memories of an impact, like an accident or a drowning, something where he's struggling to breathe. For him, he can tell things aren't well for a short period of time, and then he's not living anymore. So I don't see any kind of long process or suffering. I don't see a chemo treatment. I don't see
any of that stuff.
This is almost like electrical wiring just quit. Whether it was an inflamed allergic reaction, whether it was, accidental ingestion of something, it's just, he doesn't talk about the detail of it. He's making an acknowledgement, Sara, that he can see you and that he's been to visit you, and he's talking about the shadow and the light in your bedroom, and that he's moving from left to right in the bedroom, grasping or trying to grab your attention.
Cool.
And it's not that he needs to deliver a bunch of messages to you. He just wants you to know that you're not walking in this life alone. This really changed who you were. Having your brother pass over, and your brother is really trying to make sure that that hole isn't going to sit with you. He's going to fill it.
Okay, so he sounds like he's doing okay. Yeah. Okay, yes. I'll pass on the message. Anything else?
Thank you. No.
Okay. I feel like we've asked this before, but I'll ask again. Brenda Perman-Espinoza wants to know, I want to know if Bobby Bell or Christine Diaz are at peace, and if they have any messages for us. Do they visit Karen and I? Christine Diaz and Bobby Bell.
I get thumbs up for Bobby Bell, but when we're talking about Christine, she's more present. And wanting to say hello and kind of get up in your business. Kind of one of those spirits who does a lot of like haunting techniques. So Brenda, if you're open to that, I would specifically call on her and uninvite everybody else to the experience and kind of lay out a situation where she can kind of show her colors, light colors, movement in the room, things of that nature. Give her space to communicate. She wants to keep you company and she doesn't want to leave you alone. There's nothing that they need from you. There's nothing hanging. I think Brenda has 1,000 questions to ask, but it's interesting. They don't have anything they feel they need from her at all.
So they obviously visit.
Yes.
She likes to, it sounds like.
This one does, the woman.
Okay.
Christine, big time.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, this is from Mary Glen Landt, a girl I grew up with. This is about someone that's alive right now. If you can find out about my Aunt Harriet Glen Burns, she is still alive but has late stage Alzheimer's. I just went to visit her and I think she recognized me and tried to say something to me. Is there any way to ask that?
Griffin says there are so many ways to ask that.
Okay.
In this case, with somebody in late Alzheimer's, the way that your aunt has, her energy is, let's say her soul, just to paint a picture for you, is going to start having a really hard time staying in the body. So it will kind of release pressure by leaving, kind of like when you're daydreaming. She kind of loses connection to who she is. But there's moments where she has full-on connection. We call it outer body experience to being conscious. And Griffin says that she did recognize you when you came in, but she could not recall like your name, your title of relationship, but she wanted to convey to you that she recognized you and that she knew she loved you and she knew that you loved her. And
wow.
That's all that she could gather from the experience and was quite excited to have that connection. It's like being reunited with, a long lost person, that kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
So she was very engaged. She is, if that's okay to talk about, but your aunt is getting tired.
Okay.
She's having more time sleeping and being outside of her body, which this will help her in preparing to cross over. I see that she gives up on eating. She just pulls off. She stops. And then her body shuts down. Not like a starvation over a 6-week period, but I feel like it's 2 weeks around there after she stops eating. The body just says, great, we can quit. And it'll be some kind of heart failure or something.
Okay.
I don't know why they wanted to share that, but Griffin got very detailed.
Okay. So it's kind of like that feeling like, I know you. Like she knew her. Yeah. Okay. That's beautiful. I love that. Okay. Thank you. And then Robin Carson would love to know if my mom, Sylvia Johnson, and my dad, Richard Johnson, have any messages for me. Thank you so much for asking this. Robin Carson. So Sylvia Johnson and Richard Johnson. Do you have any messages for your daughter, Robin?
Sylvia and Richard are still together. Isn't that cute?
So cute.
Come on, who doesn't enjoy a love story that like goes past the act of living, like survives death?
I do.
It's just so cute. I like her mom, Sylvia. There are no hard and fast messages that they're trying to pass on. They really want you to understand how much they love you and that the family is not separated nor, torn apart because of their absence. God, I wish there was a better, like if Robin, right? I'm kind of wishing Robin had like a really solid question to ask instead of leaving it wide open because I feel like they would really respond because they're very present people.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll tell
spirits.
her. I will for sure tell her that. Because I said ask specific with names and stuff. Because then I feel like I'm asking the question.
Yeah, because they still know where everybody is. They check in on people. They love them. They're still continuing to play the role. They're still together. They're keeping the family together. There's something about tradition, but that doesn't hit on a very heavy personal note. I feel like if she had that question that they would follow through.
Okay, I'll let her know, but it's good to know they're still together.
I know.
Right? Beautiful.
So
okay.
Sweet.
Eve Rosen. Curious to know if mom and dad, Donnell and Kitty, who both left us July 27th, but 17 years apart, obviously soulmates, have reunited, and have they met my son, RM?
Oh.
She's Irish, so I wonder if they're Irish.
I just loved anybody named Kitty.
Right? Of course, Jamie.
Somebody did that right. She's here. She has they're together, but it looks like the father is still with her. Like they kind of never leave the daughter. Oh, okay, no, sorry. They do leave you alone. You do have alone time.
Okay.
I will say that. But your mom is here, your dad is with your son. It looks like your father and your son are thick as thieves. They don't separate. That was the clarity part.
Okay.
So have they met? Oh, yes. And will you see your son display some of your father's attributes and maybe work choice, things of that nature? Oh, yes. But he's not incarnated version of your father. They are just inseparable. So you can think of your father as maybe your son's guardian angel, somebody who's a protector of him. And, when you turn the lights off at night, you can go, all right, Dad, he's yours. Keep him safe.
Right.
Let me know if you need anything.
Right.
Like, give him roll. Give him a roll.
Cool.
Your mom's laughing because she's more hands off when she's like super mom here into everything. She's telling me she's really enjoying this because even though she's the mom in the situation, it's her husband that's playing such a hard and fast role in care providing.
Right. Love that.
She's got her hair cut short. It's very cute.
Love it. Okay, thank you. Gretchen Voight-Braver. I don't know. Braver? Am I saying her last name right? I've met Gretchen, but I've never pronounced her last name before. Gretchen, how is my Nana? Gretchen is such a sweet lady. Is she still around me? Her name is Lucilia McNeil.
Yeah, her name is Nanny.
Nanny, okay.
As she's telling me.
Are you still around Gretchen, Nanny?
From time to time. She visits.
Okay.
But she doesn't think Gretchen needs someone over her shoulder. She said Gretchen is opinionated enough. She doesn't need my opinion in the mix.
Okay.
She's laughing. She thinks that's so funny. Apparently they're a lot alike, so they got along really well. Always saying what XYZ is doing and what's going on and their 2 cents. And
right.
So it's fun. So she's like, I come and visit. Gretchen, she's an employee. So she's not working for herself?
She's a nurse, and I think she's on a little leave of absence right now.
I hope she's on a leave of absence. I see her doing something on her own. Nanny keeps talking about her. Yeah, I don't know what you're writing. If you just talk to me, it's much easier. She sees that Gretchen has found a niche within her career that she can do on her own and would make more money. She knows the money is not that important to Gretchen. She doesn't focus on it, but it's having fun and the freedom to have the fun, and the money will help with it.
Exactly.
So Nanny's going to come in and out of Gretchen's life showing the ways that can happen.
Love it.
She says thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dina Otissen, sweetheart, wants to just send her love to Griffen and her son Chris. She's a sweetie.
How old is Chris?
I don't know. Young, I think. Maybe a little older than Griff, but not much, I don't think.
Darn it, I think that's who that other boy is. Chris.
You do? Okay.
It's not Prank Jamie Day. It's Chris. I knew I was going to find out who it was. I didn't think that it was somebody.
I think she loves you, Jamie, his mom, because I think she's probably followed you for a long time.
Thank you. Well, your son is here hanging out with Eric and Griffen. Watch out.
I love it.
Let the pranks begin.
Right? Exactly.
Trouble.
Exactly. Okay.
Tell my mom hi and that I love her.
I will. She seems like such a beautiful lady. Beautiful woman. Very
he said
spiritual.
Yes.
Very spiritual.